Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we're going back to the top 10 list and we're gonna showcase some PvP Alliance Conquest after a long time. Top 10 teams for Alliance Conquest. I'm gonna go back to back. Basically guys, the strategy for Alliance Conquest, I'm gonna show you some tips generally, but as you can see, people is using their main team here, and in the bottom they're using the bad characters. So the best way to utilize more characters into Alliance Conquest is using one good tip in the top and one totally bad and pretty much random in the bottom. But I'm gonna show you the top 10 teams for the top, and after I'm gonna show you my best teams, what I'm using, and the best characters you could utilize their leadership. And let's go through. Let's go with number 10. The number 10 is this team up, and this 10 to 1, it has nothing to do with the power level of the characters or something like that. It's just 10 teams, and I'm gonna start from something and end to something else. But why I'm choosing the characters, it's something I'm gonna discuss with you. And as you can see, Molecule Man here is tier 2 level 70, so you're like, why you're using that kind of character? And the reason is the leadership. As you can see in the leadership, there is the word remove all debuffs, and that's what you want to utilize for these teams. That's the main reason you're using these leaderships. And also these team ups feels really good because the characters got revives, Wolverine can stay alive. So the 10th is this: Wolverine, Molecule Man, and Adam Warlock. You want to use generally PvP builds, but you could also utilize the characters with a CTP of energy. For Adam Warlock, for Wolverine, a CTP of regeneration is the best, and for Molecule Man you pretty much want guard break immunity and invisibility proc, or something like I already have here. As you can see, there is this invisible, which for 3 seconds he can't really die, and guard break immunity to pop his skills first. Let's go to the number 9. The number 9 team is leadership of Thanos, which is usable for all the villain allies. So Hela is also taking the debuff removal, and I'm using Hela to go against the heroes. So pretty much the team up is Thanos, Colossus, and Hela, and we are buffing Thanos here to kill heroes. So you want to use this team up against heroes mainly, but generally Thanos feels to be one of the strongest with Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock and Thanos is one of the strongest, and that's why you want to put characters in the same team that they could boost them to go and kill the enemies faster and stay alive. Adam Warlock taking advantage of Molecule Man's debuff, Molecule Man's debuff leadership, and the leadership that removes all the debuffs from the enemies from the start, so, and the supports. So Wolverine is helping there, and that's why you're using Adam Warlock with Wolverine and Molecule Man. That's the number 2, that's the number 9, and let's go to the number 8. The number 8 team is the team up of Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones. Here you're using leadership of heroes of all the defenders abilities, allies with all defender ability, and that thing it's removing all debuffs, but only for the characters that got this tag, and Daredevil, Jessica Jones is the other 2 that you're able to use it, and Shang-Chi also. And Jessica Jones also gives a buff here, so that's why you're using this. The tag teams, the teams that got the same tag, like defender, the same abilities, I mean, it's really useful for Alliance Conquest. So let's go to the number 7. The number 7 is leadership of Sentry, which is also giving you all attack, Spider-Man, and Blue Marvel. And that's the team up that you could use, you could use Spider-Woman instead of Sentry if you're lacking leadership and you want to save Sentry for something more generic, because Spider-Woman's leadership remove all debuffs for characters with Spider Sense. So you could utilize here instead of Sentry with Spider-Man, but this team up is one of the best because all the characters could DPS, they can stay alive, they have a lot of durability, and the dodge of Spider-Man helps him to stay alive. Through the other two are really Blue Marvel is tanking, and the other are doing the damage. Pretty much. The team ups I'm using and showcasing here is the best to take enemy post. It's not to save powers. You should save powers and not use all of the good characters at the same time. Here Sentry, Spider-Man, Blue Marvel is kind of overkill, but still I'm just showcasing the best ideas, and you could utilize the leadership and the characters with your own way. Let's go to the number 6. The team number 6 is this one: Mephisto, Lead, Proxima, and Juggernaut. And Mephisto is also really good with characters with fire, like double Ghost Riders or Ghost Panther. And Proxima is here is giving you a buff to buff Juggernaut, and the leadership of Mephisto helping you go through. And Mephisto is staying alive because he has the revive. So yes, this is a really good team up. And guys, I have something secret from you. I have built my Juggernaut PvP, and I'm gonna show you a video about his PvP output. Let's go to the team number 5. The team number 5 is Silver Surfer with Emma Frost and America Chavez. And the reason you're using this team up, besides the fact that you're getting all these buffs, when you're getting debuffs, you're getting defense, and American Chavez gives you extra HP and extra reflect, which is really important. This is through her uniform basically. Yes, this is really important for you to understand why you're doing that. You're using this thing here to have more HP with your Emma, and through her artifact you reflect more. The best way to use her is with her art. You only use her basically if you have her artifact, something I'm missing, and you want to utilize her with CDP of regeneration. So the more HP she got, the more she going to reflect. These team ups, guys, generally is from one of the best Alliance Conquest player in the game. He copy paste and sent me all the team up to showcase them, and telling that he helped me. It's Mateo Stein, and I'm gonna drop a link into his channel down below in the description. There is plenty of Alliance Conquest showcase he's doing weekly or monthly, I'm not sure. He's doing a lot of lives, but he also drop videos with Alliance Conquest specific content. And these team ups, it's no way you can say that they are not good, or there is no thinking behind it. For more questions, drop down below in the comments so I can let you know why and when. Let's go to the team 4. The team number 4 is leadership of Blue Dragon, Sunbird, because he gives her a revive and null. And you're using this team up because after these two dies, you want someone to keep DPSing, letting the enemy with a bit of HP, holding him there, and the others are coming and do their awaken skills. Blue Dragon, Sunbird, and Null, it's the team 4. And Blue Dragon, you want to have, tier 4 of course, but mostly you want guard break immunity and a proc, because when you see these characters are getting revive, they drop the awaken skill as soon as it's off cooldown. So when they revive, it's off cooldown. So the team ups with awaken characters, you could drop them into the second part instead of first team. Go in the second team up, and the first team got 3 bad characters, and the awaken characters gonna start with their awaken scheme as second team on when you're choosing the Alliance Conquest teams. The first we're gonna be the good and the second gonna be the bad. You could do vice versa for only the awaken characters that could just awaken and kill the enemy, like Brute Dragon and Sunbird here. Let's go to the team number 3. The team number 3 is Jean Grey leadership, Corvus Clave, and Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister got, through his artifact, he's taking immunity like Wolverine, and his HP is not dropping down below like Null, Wolverine, and Mr. Sinister. And the reason that you are utilizing this character is because they can't really die, and they can't, they can't die for specific period of time, and it helps a lot on Alliance Conquest, guy. In the timeline battle or in the rest of the game, it doesn't really has to do, but here in Alliance Conquest, it's really important utilizing these specific characters. Also the characters that revives, like Jean Grey and Corvus Glaive. And when you're having an awakened character that can die and revive, when he's reviving, like the two Warriors of the Sky there, when they revive, they have ready their awakened skill. Jean Grey is not that important that she's reviving, because she can, if she died in the first place, perhaps she died in the second after she revives. She has no tier 3 ready, but Corvus Glaive gonna have his awaken ready. So he's a really good character for Alliance Conquest with Mr. Sinister, and don't sleep on them. Let's go to the second team. The number 2 team is Dr. Doom's leadership. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward leadership. Remove all debuff and nothing more. He's getting some extra buff for himself through his uniform. Hulk, which is one of the best characters in the game at the moment, in tier 4 and with CTB of regeneration, and Electro. Electro is also a powerhouse for this game mode, but here you could also utilize the buff that the character we're having, how it's called, what's her name, yes, this girl here, Victorious. Instead of Electro, you could use Victorious, because she's having this passive ability here, giving to all allies basic attacks, no, this one, where is it, yes, all allies 30% HP. So if you use here, you could utilize the 30% HP for Dr. Doom and Hulk, and for Hulk this means that it's also damage, you know, because every HP point you're getting more damage through your Hulk. So Victorious instead of Electro in this team up could work perfectly also, but here I'm showcasing the best characters to do also damage. So that's one of the teams, and let's go for the last one. And the last team up is the Eternal team up, and you're using Drax as the leadership, because giving more HP to your Gilgamesh and Cersei. Cersei got the same trick through her artifacts. She can revive and do her awaken as soon as possible. So here you could actually use Drax, you could use Drax with Hulk also, but here Drax or Rescue is a really good leadership. It gives you a shield for HP, but I prefer utilizing Drax, because Drax is doing himself a lot of damage also. Rescue is not that, you know, strong character, and Cersei is also dispelling all the Eternals through her passive ability here. Yes, remove all debuffs to Eternals. So your Gilgamesh has no problem with the debuffs, and they are getting extra buff from Drax or your Rescue. So let's go to see all the team ups I have for my account, and this is how I have set my teams generally. The left row is the proper and the right choices there. The right row, this thing here, this is the right teams I already saw you, and this team is teams I made up just now for you to show you all the leadership you could have. That's pretty much all the leaderships. There is no other leaderships having removed the debuff. It's like Odin, it's like Echo, Supergiant, Strive, Sentinel, Wong or how it's the name, I can't really remember. Wen Wu, basically, yes, which is a really good leadership for Hulk, because it has to do with recovery of max HP. So Hulk gonna get a lot of heal also. Another one is Angel, Thanos boy here, Thane, Mr. Fantastic, the girl, how it's called? Sue Storm, Miss Fantastic, and yeah, how's her name? Yeah, Invisible Woman, right? And the other guy, I can't remember, Malekith. As I already told you, Spider-Woman. And yes, this thing, like I have the teams, it's not smart at the moment. You could put characters like this, you know, the worst tier characters you have into the second part, and the first part could be this. That was it for me, guys. That was the teams I'm using for for Alliance Conquest. Basically, Matteo Stein is using and suggest to everyone who is asking him, I guess. And I have to roast him also. In the last video I dropped for Cynicalex, he dropped me in the comments that he wants me to roast him also. So he is in the next super whale roasting I'm going to do. And yes, guys, there is plenty of other characters that got revive abilities. There is characters that got there's no other that got the leadership ability, but for revive there is guys like let me tell you, yeah, Slapstick is a really good meta character for Alliance Conquest, but I can't really drop him into the top 10 cause he's a paywall and really bad in the rest of the game. There is a lot of characters that you could utilize in Alliance Conquest that you can't even imagine. There is a lot of characters that got some buffs, like Coulson, like Suri, that you could get a really good character and drop him to supports and utilize them to support him or something like that, you know. But mostly the teams I was showcasing you is just to let you know what's the best people is using and how you could form your own team. That was it. Drop down below in the comments the top team that you are using for Alliance Conquest and what you know the game needs for Alliance Conquest. What's your idea about it? I mean, yes, perhaps you're using Thanos with Doctor Doom, or you have different idea about the Alliance Conquest. Drop down below in the comments your best team up and what you are going to do in the future if you want to play Alliance Conquest. See you guys. I hope I make you smile. I hope I make you decide what to build next for these leaderships and team ups. Bye bye to everyone.